May, happy 42nd birthday! How does being one step closer to becoming an old woman feel? Oh, I mean, you're already an old lady, aren't you? Sorry.
Shut up, I'm working.
You're so cold. Poor old hag, over 40, single, abandoned by her parents. I felt sorry if no one wished you a happy birthday. After all, I am your lovely sister.
Oh, I see. Thanks. I've got an important business meeting, so I'm going to turn off my phone.
Huh? How can you ignore me, your cute little sister?
Unlike you, I'm working. You graduated from college. It's time for you to get a job instead of living off your parents' money.
Huh? Who do you think you are to tell me what to do, you old hag? Oh, I get it. You're an unattractive 42-year-old. You're jealous of me, a cute 22-year-old, right?
Huh?
Our parents remarried and you have a sister who is 20 years younger than you. And she's super pretty and super smart. We are so different. My parents loved me and paid for my college tuition. And they said I don't have to get a job after graduation. You were kicked out of the house before you graduated from college. You were living a miserable life, working part-time to pay for my tuition and living expenses. If you had such a pretty face, you could have been married quickly. But you are too ugly. I can't believe you are still single. I feel so sorry for you.
It was a hard time at the time to be kicked out of my parents' house. But now I'm glad I did. I learned what's right, instead of being influenced by insane family members.
You poor loser. I can understand why you're jealous, but that's so sad.
By the way, I'm getting married.
What? You're kidding, right?
I'm not.
What? Getting married at 42? Who are you marrying to? It must be a marriage scam. Are you okay?
He is a good person. You don't need to worry about me. Also, I'm not going to invite you guys to the wedding.
Why not? I want to go. I'm sure the guy you are marrying will be some ugly old man. I'll have a good laugh with Mom and Dad.
That's why I'm not inviting you guys. They kicked out and disowned me. After I'm married, I'm going to be a complete stranger to them.
That's not cool.
I don't want to hear from you anymore. I've got a business meeting. Bye.
This is really impossible. A 42-year-old hag marrying a 30-year-old company president? He's young, powerful, and famous. How in the world did you seduce him? You must be after his money. Hey, answer me. Well, okay. If you're going to ignore me, I'm going to have to show you the real world. Your fiancé is sleeping with me right now. I'm sorry I took him away. I'm sorry if you were trying to make a fortune. You must be frustrated, aren't you? You shouldn't have ignored me. A good, handsome young man should be mine. Our wedding is going to be in a month. Of course, I won't invite you, sister. He said he would dump you and never contact you again. You should stay single for the rest of your life. I'm so sorry. Bye.
Our wedding is next week. I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
You don't seem fine. What's wrong? Marriage blues? Or is there something else worrying you?
Yeah. Look, don't get mad at me, but I need to ask. You're not cheating on me, are you?
Huh? Wait, you're accusing me of cheating on you? I'm about to become your husband over the objections of my family. Why would I cheat on you now?
I'm sorry I doubted you, but there's something that has been bothering me.
What is it?
I told you about my sister before, right?
Yes, you did. Your lousy sister who kicked you out of the house?
That sister contacted me to tell me that she took my fiancé. I know it's not possible, but I'm worried. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. But what does she mean? I'm not cheating on you with anyone. I've never met your sister. I'm too busy with work these days to have an affair. You know that, right?
Yeah. Where are you now?
At work.
You're not with my sister, are you?
Of course not. If you're worried, let's do a video call. You would feel better if you could see my office, right?
Yes, I do. Yep, that's your office. I'm sorry I doubted you.
I'm glad you've been cleared of your suspicions.
But then, who is my sister talking about? He's a 30-something CEO, young, successful, famous, and he seems to know about me. I only told my sister I was getting married. I don't even know where she found him.
Do you have any idea who he might be?
Do you have any idea?
There was this guy I met at a business seminar a long time ago who was close to my age. We didn't get along at all, but the other day he suddenly called me and told me he was getting married. It was a little weird. I'm sure you've met him before at some gathering.
Is his wedding in a month?
That's what he said.
My sister said so too.
So, is he the one your sister is talking about? It's so rude to confuse me with him.
Is he a jerk? I don't really remember him.
Sneaky, creepy kind of guy. He's more of a back-end guy than a company president.
That kind of makes sense. What's he trying to do?
I know. Why would he do that?
Is he harassing me?
Your sister might be, but the guy has no reason to harass us.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it is. Hey, you know what? Can I do some research on this?
Huh? You?
I mean, you want your wedding without any worries. I'm curious too. I'll look into it.
Thank you. See you soon.
Are you kidding me? You're seriously going to have a wedding even though you were dumped? Wow, you're so miserable. Are you crazy? I mean, they know the groom isn't there and they're just going through with the ceremony? How scary. Are you using a mannequin as your groom? That's even scarier.
Good morning. What have you been saying all this time? The groom is here with me and we're in the middle of getting ready for our wedding.
What? You're meeting up with a mannequin and getting ready? It's terrible when your delusion goes that far.
Delusion?
Your fiancé is with me right now.
What?
Oh no, I told you before. I stole your fiancé. Did you forget? Has the brain of a 42-year-old hag already started aging? Or maybe you're so sad that you've lost your mind. My poor sister.
I'm perfectly normal. You're the one saying crazy things.
I'm going to say this now. A 40-something hag trying to get married to a rich guy is so gross. He likes younger women.
Oh really? I see.
You have no choice but to cancel the wedding today. Aw, he says he's going to marry me. He is leaving you.
No, your relationship and my marriage have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
Huh? What a loser. A 42-year-old hag has no right to marry a young executive. That's why I took it away from you. I will be his wife. By the way, I just went to the city office and registered my marriage.
I see. That's what you were after.
If you understand, why didn't you call off the wedding? Your imaginary groom won't show up. It's really miserable. I'm the one having a wedding. Just admit the fact that you lost.
You know what? He's not the one.
What?
Or more accurately, he's not the president anymore.
Why?
I guess you didn't know. His company is going bankrupt.
Oh.
And of course, my fiancé is not the same person. My fiancé's company is doing well. You mistook my fiancé for someone completely different. He's playing you.
What? What the hell is going on? I don't understand.
I'll make it very simple and easy to understand. He wants you and your family to take over the debt from the bankruptcy.
What? What?
What made you think that he was my fiancé in the first place?
Because he told me himself. He said he was the president and your fiancé, but he was forced into it by an arranged marriage and really wants to marry a younger, more beautiful, talented woman like me.
He made it all up.
What?
Actually, it's the opposite. I'm 10 years older than my fiancé, and at my age, it's hard to have kids. His parents are against marriage and try to break us up. But because he loves me, he overcame their objections and we got engaged. Then here we are, getting married.
What's that? So he was lying? Why did he call himself your fiancé?
Probably he was jealous of my fiancé.
Huh? What do you
heard they used to attend the same corporate seminar. Of their classmates, my fiancé was the most successful. On the other hand, your husband was the most unsuccessful. He started his own business, but the debts kept piling up and the company finally went bankrupt. That's when he heard about my husband's marriage. He tried to break us up by pretending that he was my husband. He tried to make it look like he was having an affair, to make it look like he was cheating on me.
What the?
We're not broken up after all, and we're about to get married, so the operation failed.
You're kidding. Then what am I? Was he just using me for a failed mission?
Don't worry, you're already worth something.
What? What do you mean?
I told you, he was just trying to get you to take on the debt. I'm sure he was surprised to find out that you were my sister. But when he found out who you were, he changed his plan. He decided to go with a more pragmatic and meaningful strategy. I mean, our family is kind of wealthy, so he decided to marry you.
You're lying.
You'll have to ask him. I'm pretty sure it's true. My fiancé used his contacts to find out. Your husband is not a careful man. He would talk about his plan over drinks or something.
So I'm being used by him all the time? I'm in debt? I can't even be the wife of the president?
That's right. Well, you tried to steal my fiancé just to harass me. You know, I think you two mean people are perfect for each other, don't you?
I don't like that. You're a 42-year-old hag. I can't allow you to be the president's wife. It's not fair. Give him to me. Bride change.
Well, absolutely not.
Now's the time to say something like that. I bet he'll fall for me when he sees how young and pretty I am. I'll take your husband away from you any day now.
So, do you want to come?
Of course I'll come. Where's the wedding?
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yes, Hawaii.
Are you having your wedding in Hawaii?
Yes. Well, it was nice talking to you. I'm going to have to leave now.
What's that? You're an old hag and getting married in Hawaii? I just learned my husband was not a president anymore. I'm married to a dull old man with debts. That's too unfair.
After the wedding, we left for our honeymoon. We returned to LA 2 weeks later. In the meantime, my sister was in a lot of trouble. First of all, she tried to cancel the marriage, claiming that her husband had cheated on her. Her husband refused it, and she had no choice but to start living with him as newlyweds. After that, I heard that they both asked my parents for money. The debt from the company's bankruptcy still could not be paid off. He also made my father borrow money from somewhere. My father was so overprotective of my sister, but that's way too much in my opinion. Later, he had reached the end of his patience. My parents disowned my sister and her husband. Her husband has no job now. My sister, who was hoping to become a rich wife, had to earn money. She could not work in a normal company because she lacked common sense. She is still looking for a job with her husband.
Alana, thank you for coming to visit me. The nurse told me about you. You were the one who changed the flowers, right? I'm sorry I was asleep. Oh, hey, you're up. The nurse asked if she should wake you up, but you looked so comfortable sleeping, so I said, it's okay. I told them to let you sleep. Thank you, you're so sweet. No worries. When I heard about the accident, I was so shocked. I was almost gonna pass out. Surgery must have been tough, and being in the hospital must be uncomfortable. It's no wonder you're tired. The surgery was over before I knew it. I was relieved when I found out it went good. Yeah, I was too. I'm sorry about today, but I hope you come back and see me again. I hardly see anyone since I got here. The doctor, the nurse, the physical therapist are the only people I talk to. I'm so bored. Can you keep me company? Right, I understand. It's hard transitioning from being active and walking around freely to just lying in a hospital bed all day. I get how frustrating that must be. I'll keep you company. Thank you. I'm gonna give physical therapy my all and get out of here as soon as possible. Can't wait to be back home. Yeah, that's the spirit. You're strong. I know you got this. By the way, how's David? He's the CEO, so it's probably tough for him to come visit, right? Yeah, I know he got a lot on his plate. I told him he doesn't have to stress about visiting. But you know what? He still made it here on the day I got admitted and during surgery. He also checks in on me every day, so I never feel alone. I'm grateful for him. I see. I'm glad to hear that. He's always on the go, so I worry about his eating habits. He's been grabbing deli food from the supermarket on his way home, and even whipping up stir-fries in the kitchen. He's doing his own laundry too. His work keeping him busy all the time. He hasn't done chores in years. It's like a whole new world for him now. Wow, that's good. He handles everything with such ease. It's really admirable. He's gonna be happy to hear about that from you. Do you want me to check in on the house and clean it for him? I'll even cook whenever I go. That's fine. He seemed to be doing okay. It's too much to ask you to be doing all that. We're sisters. I'm here to support you, especially during times like this. I'm good at cooking and I'm sure I can be useful. Are you sure you don't mind? I said I'll do it, so of course it's fine. I'll go whenever I can. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll take your word for it. You've always been independent. You never ask for help. You should at least ask for some during times like this. Thank you. I'm so grateful to have you as my sister. Stop it! Just do anything whenever you can, okay? I got you. See you later. Hey, Melody, how are you feeling? Alana, thanks for checking in on me. I've been trying hard for my physical therapy and think I'm getting better. I'm glad to hear that. I'm so bored. I can't wait to get out of here. I know. You're worried about David too, huh? Yeah, I do worry about him. I'm taking good care of him. There's nothing to worry about. Thank you so much. I wasn't that worried because I know you've been there to take care of him. I'll keep you updated on him so you don't have to worry. I know you got it covered. Even though you're busy too, I really appreciate it. No worries at all. You're my family. You're so sweet. Okay, so please keep me updated. Of course, I got you. I asked David what he wanted to eat yesterday. He requested for lasagna. So I made him some and some salad and bread. He was impressed. Wow, you're really good at cooking. I can only follow recipes. You're a cooking wizard and I'm jealous of it. David said you've never cooked lasagna for him before. He was low-key complaining. Huh? I'm pretty sure I've made it a few times though. I guess it wasn't that good to remember. Since we had some Italian food last night, I thought I'd make some Japanese food tonight. He seemed excited when I asked him if he wants that for dinner. He said he's looking forward to it. And he even asked me if I can keep cooking for him. Whoa, I'm so sorry he's asking too much. You're already doing a lot for us. I'll talk to him. No, it's fine. I'm having fun doing it. That's why I'm gonna keep cooking for him. Is that okay with you? You mean you'll keep coming to take care of the house while I'm in the hospital? Well, David seems happy about having you around, so it's totally fine by me. You're really clueless, huh? Huh? What do you mean? I'm saying he wants me to keep cooking for him even after you've gotten out of the hospital. What? I don't understand. Let me make it clear for you. I'm going to be David's wife. Huh? What? I'm so confused. You're saying you are his temporary wife while I'm still here? No, Oh, no. I see. David hasn't talked to you about it yet. What are you talking about? While we were having dinner the other day, he confessed his feelings to me. What? Are you kidding? No, I'm not. He said he always thought I was cute, but he's been keeping it together, knowing I'm his sister-in-law and all. Having me around seems to have thrown his self-control out the window. Melody is in the hospital now, and he feels like it's now or never. So he just went for it, saying, I like you. I'm divorcing Melody, so will you marry me? That's how he popped the question. Did he really say that? I know, it's hard to believe. I understand how you feel, but it's the truth. Oh, David also mentioned something. What is it? He said he hasn't been satisfied with his sex life with you. I can't believe he would tell you such things. It's because you don't give him enough attention. Shut the hell up. Well, don't worry. I'll take care of him really good. For you, my sister. Are you saying? Exactly. We slept together. It was great. I'm sure we're gonna have so much fun tonight. Hey, cut it out. Do you know what you have done? I know. I feel bad for what I did to you, but I fell in love with him. I can't do anything about it. You're not gonna get away easily with this. I've always kept it to myself, but I've always had a crush on David. That's why it's hard to control my feelings. You understand, right? How could I possibly understand? Wait, were you pretending to be nice to me so you could take him away from me? That's not it at all. I was just worried about you, sis. But I gotta admit, there was a little ulterior motive in there. So I get why you might see it that way. Anyway, I figure you'll be out of the hospital soon. I'm more than capable of cooking him a delicious meal, and I can keep him satisfied at night. Don't you think it'll be better if I marry him? What do you think? You're giving me a headache. I have to process all this. I'm tired. I understand. This is a lot to process, but you have to believe me. This is reality. You have to accept it. I'll send you some pictures to prove I'm not lying. What the? We're so in love. There's no space for you anymore. You betrayed me. You've been playing me this whole time, right to my face. How can you do this to me? We are sisters. I'll never forgive you for this. It wasn't my plan to betray you, but me and David love each other. You can't stop us. Fine, whatever. Fine? I'm divorcing David. Yay! Thank you for being understanding. You're still his wife until the divorce is finalized. So don't worry. I'll still take care of him. I'll keep you posted. I don't care about that anymore. Don't be silly. Are you out of your mind? I told you I'm divorcing him, so leave me alone. Oh no, I'm still worried about you. How awful can you be? That's rude. I'm out here worried about you. Yeah, right. Do whatever you want. If you say so. Look forward for our updates. Melody, David loved the tempura I made for him. He wants to eat my homemade food every day. He also invited me to his office today. I'll send you a picture of us there together. We look so happy together, right? I took your rich husband. Are you ignoring me? Are you too shocked to reply? Anyway, I'll update you again. Melody, What the hell do you think you're doing? Hey, listen to me. Call me or text me as soon as possible. I'm in the hospital. There's no way I can call you. Finally, there's a rumor going around. They're saying that I'm having an affair with your husband. You started the rumor, huh? You did all this. No way. Also, it's not a rumor, it's a fact. Now that the word is out, everyone is going to start talking bad behind my back. So you're aware that you did something wrong? Why are you even worried about people talking behind your back? I knew it! I'll never forgive you for this. Thanks to you, my best friend doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. She said she never thought I could be such a despicable person. And now, I'm getting slammed with messages from my other friends too. They're all saying it's despicable to steal my sister's husband while she's laid up in the hospital. They all hate me now. You didn't have to go and blab to my friends about it. You really think I'd have your friends' contact info, huh? Then how does everyone know about it? I swear, I didn't go around spreading rumors or anything. That's a lie. Then they wouldn't know. I just posted the pictures you sent me the other day, that's all. You can take a look at it if you want. What? Why would you do that? It's the same as spreading rumors. Actually, it's worse than that. I mean, you sent me those pictures, right? So I thought you wanted me to show them off to everyone. Wait, seriously? That's messed up. Me and David are getting slammed with messages from people judging us. You've got to be kidding me. I'm a nobody, so I don't really care. But what about David? He's the CEO. And now clients are doubting him, thinking how they can trust someone who cheats on his wife. Even his employees are judging him. Bringing his affair in his office is way out of line. It's a total mess. Some people are actually quitting over it. You're still his wife. Why would you do such thing to him? Huh? David hasn't told you yet? We already filed our divorce. I asked Mom to help me with it since I can't leave the hospital. Mom? She never mentioned anything about it. You never even cared anything about social media, so why all of a sudden? I've had a lot of time in the hospital. I was bored. When I made my Instagram account, a lot of my friends and your friends followed me. And then it got fun for me. I've been posting things about my life in the hospital. Even though I told you I don't want to see the pictures, you sent it anyway, remember? So I posted it on my page. Why would you do that? Everyone is gonna know about me and David. Are you stupid? I didn't put your real name and stuff. Huh? That's not the point. My friends follow you, right? They know my face. What the hell? Okay. It's all your fault. Aren't you ashamed that you're making it sound like it's my fault? Oh yeah, by the way, David's brother saw the post and messaged me. He apologized for what happened. He felt bad for me and he was disgusted by what his brother did. He told me he's gonna tell his parents about this. David's parents know about it already? Yeah, they called me right away. They said they're gonna cut ties with David. They're also going to ask David to pay them back for the money they gave him to start his company. He's not welcome home ever again. What? Being with someone who's successful, I thought I'll be settled. That's what I thought. Too bad, huh? He lost his clients and employees. He got debts piling up. He's still the CEO, so you're lucky to be the boss's wife. Do you think it's funny? This is all your fault. Posting it on Instagram, seriously? I'll never forgive you. What are you talking about? Isn't it all your fault? You stole my husband while I was in the hospital. Well, I guess cheaters will be cheaters. I couldn't forgive you both, so I needed my payback. I just let everyone know what's the truth. It's not my fault that this happened to the both of you. You all did this to yourselves. What? I apologize for taking him away from you. Apologizing now won't change a thing. I have no intention of forgiving you. Don't say that. Please, I beg you. Please clear up everyone's misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Were you even listening to what I said? I just told the truth, remember? Then tell them another truth. That your sister and husband fell in love. So it's no big deal that they end up with each other. Maybe people will understand if it comes from you. Okay, I'll do it then. Oh my God, thank you so much. Just as you wished, I posted the other truth. Thank you. What did you post? My sister who stole my husband reached out. She wants everyone to clear up their misunderstanding. She said that she was the one loved more by David than me. She wanted to let everyone know that, and she hopes that everyone understands. That's what I wrote. What the hell? Why are you making it seem like I'm the bad person? You just made everything worse. Take it down now. No way. I only wrote the facts, just like last time. Why can't you just admit that you were wrong? I can't even accept you as my sister anymore. Our parents are furious with you too, so goodbye. Melody, wait! I blocked Alana from everything. She reached out to our parents right away after what happened, but they shut her down and said, "You're dead to us. Don't ever bother us again." They said they deleted Alana's contact information. Alana's friends have been hitting me up trying to comfort me and support me. She had good people around her. I feel sorry she had to lose everyone. David's company completely lost its credibility and went bankrupt. Both of them received slander from relatives, business associates, and friends. Rumor has it they fled town, escaping the backlash. I successfully got discharged after putting in effort with my physical therapy. One of Alana's friends set me up for a blind date. I'm not thinking about getting into any serious relationships yet, but I am enjoying going on dates with him. I'm really excited to enjoy my second chance at life from now on. Hey, Lisa, when are you going to let me hold my grandchild? You and Bob have been married for 3 years already. Please don't make me miserable. Well, Susan, you're asking for grandchildren this late at night. What's the matter? Did you have a bad day? I've had a bad day. Because of you, I'm being ostracized by my neighbors. Excluded? Yes. My neighbors who are my age all have grandchildren. Every time I see them, they tell me how old they are or how they've started talking. They get together and brag about their grandchildren, even though I don't have any grandchildren. They must think I'm a lonely, pathetic old woman. Oh, that's so frustrating. You're thinking too much. The neighbors just genuinely love their grandchildren. I don't think there's any malice in that. No, they know I don't have any grandchildren, and they're bragging about it on purpose. Huh. Hey, Lisa, when are you going to have a baby? Do you think you can get pregnant next month? Or this month? There's no way you can get pregnant just like you want. It's a gift, you know. As a mother who has given birth, you understand that you can't make a definite schedule, right? But you've been married for 3 years. Maybe you're slacking off from trying to have a child. Are you getting along with Bob? I'd like to have a child, and I don't think our marriage is in bad shape. If that's the case, it's taking too long, don't you think? My neighbor's son and his wife have only been married for 2 years. She told me that her daughter-in-law is already pregnant with their second child. I'm so jealous. Well, the pace of having children is different for everyone. I'm going to let nature take its course for both of us. This is no time to be so carefree. Perhaps there's something wrong with your body. I'm perfectly healthy. That's not what I mean. I mean that maybe there's a reason why it's hard for you to get pregnant. We won't know until we get us checked out at the hospital. Then why don't you go to the hospital as soon as possible? Then he has to go with me. Huh? Why does he have to go? Pregnancy is not something a woman can do alone, so I think we need to visit the doctor together. Well, are you trying to tear his pride to shreds? Huh? A man going in and out of the OBGYN clinic is just plain crazy. Isn't it? I don't think it's crazy at all. I mean, it seems like there are husbands who accompany their wives to their maternity checkups now. That's only after she's pregnant, right? There's no way you'd send him to an OBGYN when you're not even pregnant yet. I feel sorry for him. Huh? You can't have a baby after all, can you? So I can't say for sure until I get checked out. Then get it checked quickly. Depending on the case, you may have to consider fertility treatment. Well, if they find any abnormality, we'll have to consider treatment. I'll get it checked out with Bob next time. What? Why does Bob have to go? No, it won't mean anything unless we both get tested. If we don't know which one is the cause of the problem, I don't think there's any point in treating it. You want to insult your own husband that much? Why are you talking like that? Huh. Just not being able to have children is a big problem. You want to humiliate your own husband. This is something we need to discuss as a family once. I'm not part of your family, am I? Of course not. You're really brazen as a daughter-in-law. Please go ahead and say what you want. Lisa, I'll let you know the result of the family meeting. You get a divorce as soon as possible. What? It's decided. The whole family has decided. When you say the whole family, you mean just you and Bob, right? My husband is dead. We'll have to talk about it alone. Then, are you saying he wants to divorce me too? Yes, of course. He said, if that's what you want, I'll do it. He's a good boy who really loves his mother. Well, he's completely at your beck and call. I'm going to find a suitable wife for Bob. I'm going to choose a young and honest girl, not a bratty one like you. It will be easier to get pregnant if she's young. If you can't get pregnant, get out. Huh, I see. So, is Bob coming back here tonight? There's no way he's coming back. He's already decided to divorce you. Bob is staying at our house today. But the house is in his name. You'd better get out. If you don't leave, Bob won't be able to come home. I understand. Then I'll leave as you wish. But please don't come crying to me later. Huh? Then I'll move out by the end of this week. Oh, well, you're so understanding, aren't you? I knew this would happen when he attended the family meeting you mentioned. Oh, right. I'll see you in a week. Lisa, Bob is coming back here today. How are the preparations for the move going? He doesn't want to see you. He wants to go home to pick up some documents for work, but he can't. He's having a hard time. He can come over now. I just finished moving my stuff to my parents' house. Is that so? I mean, why doesn't he just tell me himself instead of having his mother call me? I'm sure he doesn't want to talk to you because it's awkward. You should understand how he feels. I see. Well, the divorce proceedings are over. We are now complete strangers. Well, I'm glad we're finally strangers. I'm so glad we were able to have such a smooth separation. Thank you for everything you've done for me over the past 3 years. I wish I could have my time back. I've been waiting 3 years without grandchildren. Well, now that Bob is single again, I'll have to find a new wife for him soon. This time, I'll do a thorough check and get a wife who can surely conceive. Lisa, I know you will be single for the rest of your life. You should hate yourself for not being able to have a baby. Lisa, long time no see. It's been about 2 years since then. How are you doing? Who is it? I'm your mother-in-law. Huh? Oh my God. Have you forgotten about me already? Oh, could it be? I'm Bob's mother, Susan. I can't tell you how many times I've sent you text, but it never gets read. I got Bob to make me a new ID. I'm sure it won't be read. I've blocked you. Oh no. What a cold daughter-in-law you are, blocking your mother-in-law. No, we are not a daughter-in-law and mother-in-law anymore. By the way, what can I do for you? We are strangers now. If you don't need me, please don't contact me. You've been keeping secrets from me, haven't you? What? I've never been keeping secrets from you. Don't lie to me. I don't know what's going on here. I witnessed it with my own eyes, so you can't get away with it. How could you hide something so important? What are you talking about? Don't be so secretive. But if you don't tell me that, I won't be able to understand it all. You actually gave birth to my grandchild, didn't you? What? Grandchildren? That's right. You were having a child without telling us, weren't you? My grandchild, a child with Bob. Why did you hide it from us? And it was a boy. I didn't have a baby. There's no point in hiding it. Where did you see him? I was at the mall near your parents' house the other day. I saw you walking hand in hand with my grandson. So I told you I didn't have your grandchild. There's no point in lying to me now. We've tracked down your house. I'm on my way there now with Bob. Huh? How do you know where I live? I followed you and the kid home from the mall. I followed you from behind. You followed me? We'll be there in half an hour, so get ready. What? Prepare? You should get ready to go home. I'll welcome you as a daughter-in-law once again. No, I don't understand. I'm telling you to come back with my grandchild. Prepare as much luggage as you can carry for the time being. Got it? Hi, Lisa. I just arrived. Excuse me. I've been ringing your doorbell for a while now, but why don't you open the door? You can't just show up on the spur of the moment. What are you talking about? I told you in advance, didn't I? Even so, it was only 30 minutes ago. Just hurry up and open the door. Your husband and his mother are here. And I'm not his wife or your daughter-in-law anymore because we're divorced. Would you please stop rattling the door like that? It's very annoying. Well, you're still a cocky daughter-in-law. It's your fault for not answering the door. I told you to hurry up and come out. By the way, you have a nice house. A house with a garden where a mother and her child live together. What luxury. I'm sure you have plenty of room. Me and Bob will move in here and live with you. This is not my house. What? I can't let you come in without the house owner's permission. What? What kind of nonsense? There's a nameplate in front of the entrance, isn't there? A nameplate? What does it say? Well, it's a surname I don't recognize. And it's not your maiden name either, is it? So, this is someone else's house after all. You finally noticed. What do you mean? Why are you there if it's not your house? I think there is a family restaurant on the way here. Can I meet you there? I don't know what your situation is, but if it's someone else's house, I don't have a choice. Then I will wait for you at the family restaurant. And you must bring my grandchild too, understood? Lisa, that's not what we promised. You told me to meet up at the family restaurant. I can't believe you and your grandchild didn't show up at all. I didn't go, but someone else did, didn't they? The man who was there on your behalf? What was that about? You are my daughter-in-law, but he talks to me as if you were his wife. It's beyond rude, even though there's a husband and mother-in-law right in front of him. Hey, you're not dating that guy, are you? We're not dating. We're already married. Married? He's my husband, whom I remarried a year ago. I beg your pardon? That means... You don't mean to tell me that that man adopted my grandson? So he is not your grandson? No. Judging from his age, I think you conceived around the time you and Bob divorced. But he's not your grandchild. Why? Oh, I see. You mean it's not my grandchild. Could it be that you were having an affair? You had a husband. You had a child with another man. I never had a child. Huh? What a lie! I saw you walking hand in hand with a child of about 2 years old. I saw it with my own eyes. What you saw was my stepdaughter. What? Stepdaughter? I mean, I remarried a single father. Huh? Then where's my grandchild? I don't know. Where's the child you gave birth to? Don't hide it. Bring it out. There's nothing to hide. Like I said before, I've never had a child. Hey, you come to the family restaurant. It's not fair that you made me and Bob come all the way here and never showed up. I don't think it's fair that you came here on your own. Just hurry up and come. I'm not going anywhere. Why not? I'm pregnant with my husband's child. Huh? It's a very important time for me. I'm not even in the stable period yet. If I carelessly show up in front of you now, I honestly don't know what you will do to me. No way! You can get pregnant? I thought you came here because you thought I had given birth, even though you were mistaken. That's true, but you said earlier that the child you were with was your stepdaughter of your second marriage. I thought if you hadn't had the baby after all, then you must be infertile. Anyway, I'm going to ask you to leave. Now you know that I have started a life that has nothing to do with you. No, I don't. Now I have found out that you can conceive, then you must come back to our home. Why? Because it means you can have Bob's child. Oh, I'm so happy. Finally, the day has come when I can hold my grandchild too. Lisa, hurry up and pack your bags and come over here. I'll have you remarry Bob right away. I will not remarry your son. What? Why are you going ahead with this on your own? Oh, don't be shy. I'll make you my daughter-in-law again. Take your time and make a baby with Bob. Please don't say such a disgusting thing. I already have a husband. You have no choice but to leave him. You're getting remarried to Bob. That's why I told you before. I have no intention of remarrying Bob. What's wrong with Bob? He listens to everything you tell him. He divorced me as you told him, and he has no intention of doing so himself. 2 years have passed, and it seems that he hasn't changed. My husband just came home, so I asked him about it. I heard that while he was talking to you, he looked down and didn't say a single word. What's wrong with the son listening to his mother? Shall I say it clearly then? What? I have no intention of marrying a mommy's boy. Huh? A mommy's boy? I won't become a family again with a mommy's boy and a wife-snoring mother-in-law. That's not gonna happen. What? My husband has told me not to get worked up because it might harm my body. Wait a minute! I need you to remarry Bob! You're so persistent. Why are you so obsessed with me? I'm already married, so give it up. Oh, by the way, what happened to you finding a young daughter-in-law? If you have time to chase after your ex-daughter-in-law who divorced your son a long time ago, why don't you just go out and look for a new one? The person he's remarrying has to be you. Huh? I told our neighbors that I actually have a grandson and that you are getting remarried. What the heck? Because it can't be helped. The child who was with you looked just like my grandchild. It was just your misunderstanding. But if you don't come back, I'll be humiliated. That can't be helped, can it? You mistook my stepdaughter. It was just a misunderstanding. You want me to be the laughingstock of the neighborhood because of you? It's not my fault. It's none of my business what the neighbors think of you. Don't be so cold. If you remarry Bob, everything will be all right. I'm sorry. Talking to you is stressing me out, if you'll excuse me. Lisa, wait! After this, my ex-mother-in-law came to my house again with my ex-husband. And again, she persistently rang the intercom. She was crying and shouting, "I want to talk to Lisa." The moment my husband said he would call the police, the two of them ran away together. After that, there was no more pressure on me to remarry. According to rumors I heard from my ex-mother-in-law's neighbors, my ex-mother-in-law was so eager to have grandchildren that she forced her son to go on blind dates with her, ignoring his wishes. She also applied for a matchmaking parties without asking him. Even so, she could not find a marriage partner and she became very impatient. And my ex-husband finally snapped at my ex-mother-in-law for her over-interference. He exclaimed, "I'm not a mommy's boy," and ran out of the house. Now she is living alone in the house crying. I, on the other hand, gave birth to a baby the other day. I am now living with my second husband and our family of 4 is getting along well. Mom? What is it? What's with all the calls? Oh, for crying out loud. You finally got back to me. I called you 1,000,000 times. Why didn't you answer? Sorry, I was at work. How is it that a woman can ignore her mother-in-law's phone calls? I didn't mean to ignore your calls. I put my phone on silent mode when I'm at work, so I didn't notice. That's a problem. You never know when I might need to get a hold of you in emergency. Well then, what was the emergency? I wanted you to get me some milk on your way home from work. Huh? That's your emergency? Something wrong with that? No, if you want me to buy something for you, just text me or something. I can check after work. Then I don't know what time it will be. I wanted to contact you right away. But you don't have to call me at work. You listen to me. What's more important, me or work? I can't answer that question. That's the point. What? That's where you say, my mother-in-law. You're not very likable. Why don't you quit your job? Huh? Why don't you just become a housewife? Why are you suddenly talking like that? You're always saying work, work, work. You're not fulfilling your duty as a wife at all. I'm not doing anything special, but I'm doing the usual household chores, like cooking, laundry, cleaning, etc. Well, what about children? What? The reason you haven't had a baby yet is because you're too busy with work, right? I don't think that's the problem. Are you guys trying to have a baby? Well, that's a private matter between my husband and I. Oh, children are not just a married couple's problem. My son is our precious eldest. We need you to give birth to a boy and an heir. I did not get married to have an heir for you. Oh dear. Don't tell me you don't want a child just because you want to keep working. I do want to have children someday. I just can't do it alone. What's that? Are you trying to say that it's my son's fault that you can't have children? Well, my break time is almost over. I have to go now. I'll get some milk on the way home. Hey, Madison, wait a minute. I'm not done talking yet. Madison! Mom, looks like you called me a bunch of times again. How can I help you today? I told you to text me if you needed shopping done, didn't I? Oh, you are still being a smart aleck. But I'm not asking you to go shopping today. I want you to come home right now. Excuse me? What's wrong? It's supposed to rain this afternoon. I need you to take the sheets off the clotheslines. You want me to come home for that? Yes. You're at home, right? I'm home. But I have to go all the way home? I hurt my shoulder yesterday. I can't lift my arm high enough. So I guess you're going to have to do it. Come home before it rains. You don't want the sheets you washed to get ruined, do you? I can't come home now. Why not? I have an important meeting this afternoon. Oh, come on. Aren't you worried about my health? No, it's not that. You want me to force myself to take in the laundry? Even if the pain gets worse and I have to go to the doctor? And you're fine with that? You're a terrible woman. So I told you that's not what I'm saying. However, I can't ask my boss to let me leave early to take in the laundry. If you can't do it, just leave it as it is. If they get wet, I'll just wash them again. Just as I thought. You're a terrible homemaker. What is to become of me? You use work as an excuse and don't even try to help. No, meetings are just a bunch of nonsense, aren't they? It's a waste of your time to attend. Wouldn't you rather go home and do your chores? What are you talking about? It's a monthly planning meeting. I can't miss it. I'm disappointed. We live together. What's the point of living together if you aren't going to do the housework? You say living together. It was you who wanted to live with us, wasn't it? I would have been more than happy to live just with my husband while we were newlyweds. But after my father-in-law passed away, you said you were lonely being by yourself. You forced us to move in with you because of that. What do you mean forced? You're my daughter-in-law. It's only natural that the eldest son and his wife and their parents live together. Oh, God. I knew I shouldn't have let my son and you get married. You challenge your mother-in-law and cut corners on housework. Why do you keep working after getting married in the first place? To make a living? I have to earn money for you. What my son earns would be enough. Why won't you quit your job because you want to be extravagant anyway, right? That's not true. Oh, no. While we have been texting, the clouds have been getting thicker. Madison, please hurry home. I can't leave early. Huh? Please give up on the laundry. Well, I'm going to have lunch now. Excuse me. Madison, contempt for your mother-in-law like that. Remember that. Mother, What on earth are you thinking? Oh, Madison, what's wrong? I heard you came to my office today. Yes, but what? What's wrong with going to see my daughter-in-law? It goes against all common sense to come to someone's office. What's more, you said you just came to check on me. It's not like a class visit for kids. The receptionist was appalled too. What are you talking about? You're always talking about work, work, work. I went to see how busy you are. I went to check. Then I was told that you were out of the office. I went all the way to the office to check on you, but it was a wasted trip. Well, you were probably out skipping work anyway. I wasn't skipping work. I was at a client's office for a business meeting. I'm not so sure about that. I think you should quit your job after all. Why are you bringing this up again? If you're not working diligently at the office, go home and do your duty as a wife. And you need to hurry up and have a baby and raise it too. That's enough. Huh? I don't work for fun. I work hard for my family. For your family? What a joke. After all, a woman's work doesn't pay much. I'm sure you don't make much money. That's enough. I don't want to talk about work with you anymore. From now on, do not call me at work for trivial things. And don't you ever come to my office when you have no business there either. What? You're a big jerk? Oh, God. I feel sorry for my son who married such a sassy wife. Why don't you just go ahead and get a divorce? Hey, Madison. I have something important to tell you. Reply to me right away. Mom, what is it about? If it's about doing the housework again, can we talk later? It's not like that. I just got a call from my son. He said you haven't given him his allowance. What? Allowance? You're the one in charge of the family finances, right? And you don't give him an allowance? Why are you being so mean to him? I heard there's a company party tonight. My son can't attend because he doesn't have any money. He's so sad. No, I told you. Men have a lot of socializing to do. I told you to give him a generous allowance. You both work, so there's no need to be stingy with my son's allowance. Just hold on 1 minute. No need to make excuses. I can't take it anymore with a she-devil like you. From now on, I'll live with my son alone. I'll keep my son's paycheck. I'll take care of the family finances. I don't think that's possible. Why not? You mean your son will support you, right? Yes. I think it's gonna be hard for both of you to live on his salary alone. Hey, you're making fun of my son. You horrible woman. I don't even want to see your face anymore. Hurry up and divorce my son and get out. Are you sure about that? Huh? Oh, thank God. Now that I have your permission, I can leave without worrying about anything. What do you mean? Actually, we're already divorced. Huh? He said he would tell you. I didn't dare to say anything, but I guess he didn't tell you yet. So, what do you mean already divorced? He was having an affair. What? I had suspected for a long time. About a week ago, he admitted to having an affair and we're divorced. I'm a fool for not seeing it before we got married. He was dating a classmate from college for a long time. I was two-timed. No way. It's true. I hired a professional investigator to look into it. I can't believe it. My son wouldn't cheat. I can understand why, as a mother, you don't want to believe it. But I'm sorry to say that your son is a scoundrel. Despite the fact that he has a wife, me, he was repeatedly meeting with his lover and spending a lot of money on her. By the way, I've never received any money from him since we got married. What? Rent and living expenses are all paid from my salary. That's why I couldn't quit my job even if I wanted to. I asked my husband to pay half of our living expenses. He said he couldn't because he needed a lot of money for socializing with work associates. He lied about that. It was all spent on gifts for his girlfriend and money for his cheating trips. I didn't know. I thought you were the one wasting money and being stingy with my son's allowance. So I will gladly agree to a divorce. I won't have to pay for any more expenses. I have no intention of living with someone who cheats on me any longer. Wait a minute. Just in case, don't you think talking it out would be a good idea? Why do you want to discuss it now? We've already gone through divorce proceedings. Because how can you divorce him on your own without consulting me? But, mother-in-law, you wanted me to divorce my husband, right? Well, that's, Then you got what you wanted. It all worked out, didn't it? But I was busy with work. I couldn't find a new place to live even after the divorce was finalized. So I had no choice but to continue living in that house. Recently, a friend of mine showed me a good place to live. I'm moving out tomorrow. I thought it would be troublesome if my mother-in-law tried to keep me from moving out. But you told me to move out. It looks like there was nothing to worry about at all. Wait a minute, Madison. Well then, I'm leaving tomorrow. Thank you for everything, even if it was only for a short time. Madison, it's been a while. It's me. Do you remember me? Oh, you're my ex-mother-in-law, aren't you? It's been a while. How can I help you? Well, you see, I have a favor to ask. What? A favor? Will you marry my son again? Excuse me? What happened all of a sudden? As I recall, you called me a horrible woman, didn't you? Forget about the past. I finally realized it after you left home. You are the only one who is suitable to be my son's wife. There aren't many hardworking, solid women like you, no matter how hard you look. No. What are you talking about after harassing me so much? I'm sorry about the past. Please, get back together with my son. Didn't your son remarry the girlfriend he cheated on me with? About that? Right after he divorced you, she left him. Oh my. My son was ready to marry her. He was so depressed because of the rejection. Apparently, she wanted my son's money. He paid you compensation and his savings ran out. And he had to pay for everything you'd given him. Now he has to pay for everything himself. And when he finally ran out of money to spend on her, she simply dumped him. Wow, that's too bad. So, Madison, can you come back now? My son regrets it. He wishes he had never left you. I refuse. Oh no, my son still loves you. I have no love for your son. Don't say that. Let's live together as a family again. I'm not kidding. I don't want to live under the same roof with you who enjoys bullying the wife. I apologize for being mean to you. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll be nice to you from now on. I have a husband. Huh? Madison, you got remarried? Yes, I did. I got married last year. I didn't hear anything about that. I don't have to tell you, a stranger, do I? Then leave your current husband. Marry my son again. Huh? Because if you just got married last year, you don't have a child yet, right? I'm 6 months pregnant right now. What's that? Madison, you can get pregnant. Both I and the baby are doing well. When you were married to my son, you didn't get pregnant at all. Well, at the time, your son was crazy about the woman he was cheating on me with. We rarely slept together. Oh no. That's why it's impossible for me to get back together with your son. If you want a new wife so badly, why don't you check out a dating app? Well, then, will you lend me some money? Huh? What is it this time? I can't live on my son's salary. Madison, it seems you made a lot of money. Can't you help us, even if it's just a little bit? Why should I help you guys? If you need money, go to the bank and borrow it. Banks won't help us anymore. I've already borrowed from a lot of banks. I can't get approved anymore. Then I guess you'll just have to let your son earn his keep. No, he doesn't have a job now. Oh, he quit his job? He was fired. The debts weren't getting any lower. He had to dip into the company's money. He lost his job and his girlfriend dumped him. He's holed up in his room. Why don't you go to work? No one will hire me at my age. I've only ever been a housewife. Hey, Madison, you and I were mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, right? You can at least help me. The relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law is a thing of the past. I have no reason to help you. I'm sorry, but you'll have to find someone else. No, you're the only one I can rely on. We were cut off from the rest of the family. Rumors of my son's infidelity have spread among the relatives. Well, no one wants to have anything to do with insane parents and children like you guys. I don't want anything to do with you people either, so... Then what should I do? I wish my son would at least work. He's in a daze every day, and it's like he doesn't even have the energy to live. And yet, we still need money to live on, and our debts are only going to increase. At this rate, we will have no choice but to become homeless. Well, that was going to happen sooner or later. Your ex-husband and ex-mother-in-law are in trouble in front of your eyes, and you just abandon them so easily? I'm a stranger who has nothing to do with this. I think you were wrong in the way you raised your children in the first place. He didn't even put any money in the house, and he cheated on me all the time. And then, when things don't go his way, he shuts himself out. I have zero sympathy for him. Don't say that and help me, please. I can't. Madison! If you bother me anymore, I'll call the police and file a report for harassment. Wait a minute, then give me just one chance. I want you to let me apologize in person, not by text. Then you'll understand that I'm seriously sorry. My son wants to see you. You are persistent. I will block all texts, phone calls, and emails from you and your son. Well then, I wish you all the best in your struggle for your beloved son. Wait, Madison, please don't abandon me. My ex-mother-in-law worked part-time to support her recluse son and paying off his debts. The other day, I happened to see her on the street. I was surprised to see that she looked like a different person. She used to be fat and fair-complexioned. She had lost weight, her eyes were sunken, and her face was covered with wrinkles. I felt sad for her, thinking that she must have suffered a lot. But I did not speak to her because she deserved it. As for me, I gave birth to my child safely. My family of 3 is living happily together. Taking my ex-mother-in-law as a negative example, I want to do my best in raising my child to become an independent adult.
Lily, I'm sure you heard from my brother. We're having our wedding next month. Of course you'll be there, right, Lily?
Of course, Bella. I'm looking forward to it.
You know, the ceremony is at a super expensive place and my dress is the most beautiful.
That's amazing. Where are you having the ceremony?
It's at one of the top luxury hotels in the country. The reception dinner is a full-course meal prepared by a top chef.
Wow, that's wonderful. I've never met your husband, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he's like.
Yeah, I know, right? He's a handsome guy who graduated from a prestigious university and works for a famous company.
Oh, really?
He's so different from my brother.
What do you mean?
Well, you know my brother was laid off recently, right? So now he's working at a low-paying job and having a miserable life saving money every day, right? On the other hand, my guy is in a secure job with no risk of being laid off.
Well, yes, but Bella, aren't you exaggerating a bit?
I'm just telling the truth. I'm sure you will be surprised to see my wedding. You might be giddy at how gorgeous it is.
I'll be prepared to be surprised.
Lily, I hope you can escape from your life of poverty for a moment and enjoy our gorgeous wedding.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Lily, I saw you.
Huh, Bella? What's up?
I saw you buying a half-priced sandwich. I knew my brother and his wife were poor, but I didn't think it was that bad.
What?
Yesterday, I went to the supermarket in town with my boyfriend. I happened to see you guys. I was horrified. The shopping cart was full of half-price sandwiches and pizzas, and you were smiling.
What? You saw us? Why didn't you say anything? I wanted to meet your boyfriend.
Huh? I wouldn't talk to anybody with a cart full of half-price items, would I? There's absolutely no way I'm going to introduce my precious boyfriend to people like that.
Embarrassing is so...
Lily, you were obviously coming home from work. So you work late and you can only afford to buy half-price stuff? How poor are you? It's so terrible, I can't help but laugh.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Lily, you didn't become poor because you wanted to be poor, right? I'm sorry my brother is an idiot. He was laid off for no reason, but in a way, it's good he changed jobs. No, he doesn't make as much money as he did. Because of that, you have to work late at night. And I'm so sorry that you have to live a miserable half-price life to save money.
That's not true. I'm quite enjoying my life right now.
Enjoying? What a bunch of lies.
It's true that I've been working a lot of overtime lately. I love my job, so it's not hard at all to work long hours. Adam being laid off was due to company problems and had nothing to do with his performance. Even though his salary has decreased, he seems to be able to do the work he wants to do better than he did at his old company. He even says he's glad he changed jobs.
He's putting up such a front, it's hilarious. You must be so frustrated to be seen in such an embarrassing situation. Lily, you don't have to go out of your way, okay? I don't want to live like this. I'm unhappy because of my husband. It's okay to scream and cry.
No, I don't think I'm unhappy.
Looking at you, I realize how blessed I am. My fiancé is a first-class university graduate and a member of an elite company. I'm in the winner's circle for being able to marry such a handsome man. I'm sure I'll never have to buy half-priced food.
What's wrong with half-priced stuff? The store doesn't have to waste food. And the half price doesn't mean the taste is any less good. I think it's a good thing.
You poor thing. You're the bottom of the barrel.
Huh?
Eating half-priced sandwiches and being happy about it? Happy about it, in my opinion, is the bottom of the barrel. If you keep eating cheap food, then you'll be cheap inside. I've made up my mind. You can't come to my wedding.
What? The other day you said you wanted me to attend your wedding.
So I changed my mind. I don't want to be celebrated by poor people. Your aura of poverty would spread to everyone. I don't want you to screw up my wedding.
Aura of poverty.
To be honest, I'd rather my brother didn't attend either. But it's hard to make your relatives miss a wedding, isn't it? But his wife is not family. So it doesn't matter if you don't come to the wedding.
Oh my god.
So I don't want poor people at my wedding. Don't even think about coming. You need to work hard.
You're going to regret your words.
What?
No, it's nothing. Then I guess I'll have to sit this one out. Adam, is this a good time?
Lily, sure, but you're still at work, right?
Yes, but I just got a text from Bella. She told me not to come to the wedding.
What do you mean?
She said that poor couples shouldn't come because it's embarrassing.
Poor couple? How is it we are a poor couple?
She said she saw us on our way home from the supermarket. She said our shopping cart was full of half-priced sandwiches and stuff.
I see. So she thinks we're poor.
I guess so.
What the hell? She invited us to the wedding just the other day. But, well, if she's going to be like that, we'll just have to sit this one out. I don't think I want to go anyway.
But she said it'd be fine if I just don't go. You're the bride's brother, so she has no choice but to invite you.
No choice?
The bride and groom are the stars of the wedding. If the star says don't come, then there's no choice but to stay home. God, I feel really bad. I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. It's my fault you're getting put through all this.
It's not your fault. She just happened to see me.
My hobby is half-price hunting. You were just hanging out with me while I was enjoying my hobby.
It's unusual for a man to like half-price supermarkets, isn't it? But it's okay, because I enjoy it a lot too, haha. I get excited when I see the half-price stickers at the store.
And the time of day is just right too. When I pick you up on days you work overtime, the closest supermarket is just starting to put on the half-price stickers.
We hit the jackpot with the last place. That $40 prime rib beef was less than half price at $15. That was the best grilled steak I've ever had after coming home tired.
Yeah, that really was good.
Well then, let's go out looking for half-price items again today. Actually, I'm going to work overtime again today.
What?
The new guy made a big mistake at work again. But as usual, it's a boss's job to clean up their subordinate's mess.
Again, it's a new guy from hell.
I heard he graduated from a top university, so I had high expectations for him. I didn't expect him to be such a pain in the neck. He didn't even thank me for working on my day off.
Oh, the one from last month? That was the reason you missed the meeting with Bella and the family.
That's right. I wanted to meet Bella's fiancé too. That new guy, he totally forgot he was supposed to be at work on Sunday and cancelled his shift. It was an emergency and I had to leave, and it was a big pain in the neck.
The look on your face when you came home from work that night scared the hell out of me.
And what's more, today when I came to work in the morning, he suddenly said, "Please come to my wedding next month." It was the same day as Bella's wedding. So I was thinking of turning it down, but I'm not going to Bella's wedding. I might as well go to his wedding.
It was the same day? Well, then you might as well go and enjoy yourself. You're his supervisor after all.
That's true. Then we'll go to our respective weddings on the same day. Well, I better get back to work.
Oh, call me when you get out of the office. I'll pick you up as usual and then we'll go half-price shopping again.
Got it.
Hey, Lily. Why are you at the wedding? I told you not to come to the wedding, Lily.
Bella.
Hurry up and go home, you poor person. I told you only my brother should come. Don't come to my wedding when you aren't invited.
I didn't really intend to come to your wedding. I didn't think this would happen either.
Huh? Don't talk nonsense. You came here on your own and now you say it wasn't on purpose? Don't make up some lame excuse. Just tell me you came here for the food.
Huh?
Well, I understand why you would want to come. You usually only have simple foods. You really wanted to try a full-course meal from a top chef, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I sometimes eat full-course meals from top chefs.
You're lying. You're a poor girl who eats half-price lunches every day. You don't have the money to go out for a lavish feast on your own. That's why you came to our wedding.
I told you that's not true. And stop calling us poor.
What's wrong with calling poor people poor? Stop complaining and go home. No matter how much you try to stay, there's no room for you.
Are you kidding me?
Of course not. I've told you before that the presence of poor people will ruin the atmosphere. The aura of a poor person will destroy this gorgeous ceremony. Poor beggars should go home and eat half-priced sandwiches.
Did you just call me a poor beggar?
Poor thing. You are looking for a luxurious meal. Too bad. Ask my brother to show you some pictures later. You can imagine what it tastes like with your eyes. Well then, goodbye.
So you really don't mind if I go home, do you?
I've been telling you to go home for a while now. We can't start the wedding with you here.
Okay, I'll leave now. But don't forget what you said before.
Huh?
You're kicking me out, so I'm leaving. Don't even think about asking me to come back later, because it's not going to happen.
Who's going to say that? I'll never say that, so don't worry. Go home. Lily, where are you now?
I'm in a cab?
Please, come back now.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? You just kicked me out a minute ago.
It's not that. I didn't know you were the groom's boss. Lily, I heard you're the head of the department Mike's in. I had no idea.
I didn't hear anything either, so I was surprised. And before I could ask you what was going on, you kicked me out. Well, thinking back, I didn't even attend the meeting with the groom's family. No wonder I didn't know the groom. Well, the reason for my absence was also because of the groom.
What do you mean?
Originally, he was supposed to work on Sunday, the day of the meeting, but he forgot all about it. I had to go work on short notice instead.
You didn't show up for the meeting because of Mike?
I don't really care about the past. Anyway, I'm just gonna go home. I'm already in a cab and I'm definitely not going back to the ceremony.
Huh? Why won't you come back? You're invited as the groom's boss. We have a seat for you, so just please hurry and come back.
That's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure I already told you that.
What?
That's why I won't go back. You said yourself you wouldn't ask me to come back. Let's be responsible for our words.
But I didn't think you were Mike's boss. I mean, why are you his boss? You work for the same big company as Mike, right?
Yes, I've been with the company for 8 years. I changed jobs right after Adam and I got married.
You've been working there for that long?
That's right. And for 8 years, I've been steadily getting results and getting promoted. I'm now the head of my department. Including Mike, the groom, I have nearly 60 people working under me.
I can't believe it.
It's not so great to have a job title though. After all, when I go home, I eat half-price lunches and prepared foods, right? That's why my sister-in-law calls me poor.
Oh no.
Your wedding would be better off without such a shabby manager. Well then, I guess I'll just have to miss the wedding as it is.
Wait a minute. What about the speech?
Huh? I wasn't asked to give a speech.
You're lying. Mike must have asked you to make a speech. It's only natural for the boss to give a speech at their subordinate's wedding.
It's true that it's standard, but I wasn't asked to make any speech, was I?
What?
That new guy, Mike, just doesn't have any common sense. He probably just took it for granted, since I was his boss.
I was sure that he asked you.
He is a real pain in the neck.
Hey Lily, at least give us a speech. There's no one else I can ask.
Well, if you put it that way, I guess I have no choice. But I'm not going back there. I'll draft a speech and send it to you. I'll just have the ceremony staff read it for me, and that'll be fine, right?
Well, that'll work somehow. Hey, what the hell is this speech?
What do you think? I wrote it in a hurry, but it was pretty good, wasn't it?
It's not good at all. Don't be silly.
What? Did I do something wrong?
This is horrible. You've embarrassed me so much. How dare you write a speech that makes fun of the groom like that? A speech from a boss is supposed to make the subordinate, the groom, look good. And yet, what was that speech about? All you could talk about was how useless he was.
I tried to think of something to praise him about, but I just couldn't come up with anything. So I just told it how it was.
How it was?
He claims to be a first-class university graduate, but he has no work skills at all. He never apologizes when he makes a mistake and puts the blame on his boss. A clumsy subordinate who cancels work and makes his boss work. Everything in that speech is true.
Oh no. Mike is supposed to be an elite employee with a first-class university degree, right? He's always telling me. He says he's expected to do great things by the company.
What?
He said he gets thrown all kinds of work every day. That's because he's good, right? Because he's good at what he does, right?
No, because he's so inept that he doesn't know what kind of work to do.
What?
I've given him all kinds of jobs, that's for sure. because I still don't know what kind of work I can entrust him with. I'm sure that no matter how inept you are, you're good at least one thing. I've tried to give him a variety of jobs, from chores and simple tasks to more difficult ones. But no matter what I tried, he just wouldn't do it. He didn't even know how to use the copier. When I asked him to make a copy of a document, he just stood there with a blank stare on his face. In the end, all I could do is laugh.
He can't even make a copy?
That's right. I thought maybe he wasn't good with machines. I asked him to staple my meeting materials for me. He did such a bad job, I couldn't even flip through.
But he told me just yesterday he was called by the HR department to have an important meeting next week. I'm sure he'll get a promotion in recognition of the work he's been doing.
I wouldn't get my hopes up.
He's going to get a promotion, right?
The opposite.
What?
I hate to ask, but could you tell Mike for me about this later? The meeting is about a transfer to a branch office out in the boondocks.
Huh? Why would he get transferred to a place like that?
Of course, it's because he's incompetent and can't do his job. It's a matter of course that they would want to have somebody more competent at the head office.
Oh no, I was planning to be a housewife after marrying him. I just submitted my resignation at work the other day.
Well, if you're quitting your job, you're just in time. It's better for you to be together than newlyweds living separately. Why don't you just go with him to the countryside?
No way!
It was hard to write a speech for such a clunker of a subordinate. But I did a pretty good job of keeping it all together, didn't I? I'm sure even this clunker will be happy with this bride, because the bride is a clunker of the same level.
Are you kidding me? Our wedding was ruined because of you. Everyone found out that the groom is an idiot. And they also realized I'm an even bigger idiot for not recognizing the groom's boss. It was mentioned in the speech that I called you poor and kicked you out of the venue. So my parents and relatives were furious with me. The atmosphere at the venue was ruined. And it was the worst wedding ever.
Don't complain to me about it. I just wrote the speech as I was told. I did my best to write my speech well.
I'm telling you, Mike, the groom, is even angrier than I am. He said he was embarrassed because of you. He went on a rampage at the ceremony. He overturned the tables and broke all the equipment at the ceremony. What are you going to do to pay for it?
Wow, is he the type to hit things when he's angry? Sounds like you're gonna have fun being married to him.
I really don't know what to do. I'm never going to be able to move to the country. I married him thinking he was an elite winner. If I had known he was like this, I never would have married him.
Well, you two should talk about this. Anyway, I'll leave you now.
Lily, we've got a problem. Please pick up the phone.
Bella, I'm at work. If it's not urgent, can we talk later?
Mike quit his job.
Oh, about that.
Oh, Lily, you know about that?
That's because I'm his boss.
Oh, yeah.
He called me and said I'm quitting the company at this very moment, and then he just hung up on me. This kind of new hire is unheard of.
He said there's no way he's being transferred to the countryside. He didn't even talk to me about it, and he hasn't found his next job yet. What am I really going to do now? I've already submitted my resignation to my workplace. It's not funny for a newlywed couple to be unemployed.
Then you'll be fine. You can save money by buying half-price sandwiches and stuff. I'm sure you can survive until you find a job. Oh, sorry. You're not going to buy anything with a half-price sticker for as long as you live, are you? Then this money-saving thing won't work.
Well, that's...
If you can't get a half-price sticker item, why don't you go to the nearby river and catch some fish? I'm sure fresh fish tastes good. It's cheaper than the half-price sticker and it's free.
I can't. I don't like fish and neither does Mike.
Then why don't you just eat the weeds that grow in the park?
Of course I'm not going to do that. Hey, can you lend me some money, please? You're a big shot in a big company. Lily, you seem to make quite a bit of money, don't you?
Well, about $300,000.
That much? Then you must have plenty of money, right? You can help out your brother and his wife, right?
Yes, I have enough money saved up, but I don't think I can help you guys.
Why not? Aren't we family?
Don't act like we're family now. I don't even like you.
Oh, come on now.
You're aware that you've been doing things to make me hate you, right?
That's,
You called me poor and made fun of me. You even kicked me out of the wedding hall. I wouldn't lend the money I worked so hard for to someone like that. So I wish you both the best of luck in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing what a winning life looks like. After that, Bella continued to persistently text me and ask me for money. I blocked her because I was getting depressed. Then she started crying to her brother, Adam. He declared that he would never see her again. Next, they went to both sets of parents' homes. But due to my speech, the parents became disillusioned with Bella and her husband. In the end, they were abandoned by the whole family. Rumor has it that they are now living in a shabby apartment with very cheap rent. Mike is desperately looking for a new job. But no matter how many companies he applies to, he is always rejected at interviews, and he is still unemployed. He thinks he's an elite, but it seems he seems kind of desperate. No matter how impressive his academic background is, the interviewers must have seen his incompetence. By the way, I recently saw Bella at the supermarket putting half-price prepared fruit in her basket. I didn't say anything to her.
Julie, there's no orange juice. What's going on? Julie! What's all the fuss in the morning, Brenda? Orange juice is essential for my breakfast, but there's nothing in the fridge. You just woke up? Yes. I've been telling you to have it ready. Sorry, but I'm getting dressed right now. I want my drink right now. Please stop being so selfish. Also, stop trying to open the door. Why are you even locking it? We're family. Just come out. What do you want me to do? I want you to get me my orange juice. Unfortunately, we don't have it at home right now. Just drink something else. Never mind. Just don't forget to get my juice today. By the way, what about my breakfast? Excuse me? I came to the kitchen hungry, but my breakfast isn't prepared. Haven't you made it yet? You overslept, so please prepare it yourself. I have to leave or I'll be late. What are you talking about? Make my breakfast before you go. I can't. I'm leaving. Huh? Julie! Brenda, you know I'm working, right? It's rude to keep calling persistently like that over and over again. You're doing this on purpose. Julie, you're the one who's rude. You're irresponsible for leaving the house doing nothing. Irresponsible? Isn't it supposed to be your turn to do the household chores this morning? Huh? My turn? Don't tell me you forgot. We talked about this yesterday. You took advantage of the fact that Zach is out of town. So you suddenly barged in with all your stuff, saying, I'm moving in from today. I have no choice but to agree with it. But we set our boundaries and made rules. Breaking them on the first day is absurd. What? You know nothing about the concept of unspoken understanding, do you? Huh? Listen, this is my son's house, and I am his mother. You get it? I am the head of this house. As someone who is allowing you to live here, you have a duty to respect me above all else. Are you being serious? The duty roster is just a formality. It should be understood without being said out loud. The head of the household generously agreed to the duty roster, you know? As a daughter-in-law, you should deeply appreciate that. Take the initiative to move without bothering me at all. Well, ideally, when deciding on the duty roster, it's common sense to say, no way, I can't let my mother-in-law do household chores. Let me take care of everything. Do you seriously think it works that way? No wonder your husband divorced you. Huh? You don't know anything. I got a call from your other son, Mike. Huh? From Mike? You were always bullying his wife. And then George found out about it, and he decided to divorce you and cut ties with you. The reason you came here was because they kicked you out. Stop talking nonsense. It's true. Mike told Zach about it. Huh? There's no way that's true. Those two have had a bad relationship since they were kids. Mike was a failure, and he always resented his talented younger brother, Zach. So Zach is the reason why he left home. That's why there's absolutely no way they would still be in contact. You don't know anything, don't you? Mike left home because he got married. They both still go out for drinks together. What? They always hang out during the weekends. They both love photography, so they often go to the beach or the mountains to take pictures. They're very close. You're kidding. I'm not. I can send you a picture of them together if you want. You're the only one who doesn't know anything about it. You were always protective of Zach, and you never cared about Mike. But both George and Zach were on Mike's side. Julie, what are you even talking about? Mike was thinking about what other people would think, so he had no choice but to take you in. And then you and Mike weren't getting along, and you were taking your stress out on his wife. You harassed her and verbally abused her. Of course, they're going to kick you out. Even your husband is fed up with you. Ugh. So just because you came to our house, don't think that your whims will be tolerated. I'm strong-willed, you see. It might have worked with Claire because she's kind, but it won't work with me. What? How rude! I'm just stating the facts. Do you think it's acceptable to take such disrespectful attitude towards the head of the household? Oh, you got that wrong. You're not the head of this household. I beg your pardon? My boss needs me. I have to go. I'm not done talking with you. I haven't even had anything for breakfast because of you. Come back now and do your chores. Okay. If you're gonna act like that, I'll show you the consequences. You're gonna regret this. Hey, Julie, do you have a minute? Hi, Zach. I thought you'd be done with work by now. I just finished. You always hit me up when you know I'm home. Is everything okay? Yeah, well, I want to tell you about something important, and I wanted to do it in person. We can't do that because I'm afraid Mom is going to be listening, and I don't want her to see our messages. I see. So, what did you want to talk about? Actually, my boss has asked me if I'd like to be transferred overseas. Overseas? Yeah. My company has been recently expanding its business overseas. I was asked if I wanted to be part of setting up an overseas branch. You know, I'm currently the project lead for a short-term project at the New York headquarters, right? It seems like my work is being appreciated. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I've always wanted to work overseas, so I'm glad my boss approached me about it. It's just, it seems like this relocation is going to be quite prolonged, so I was told to discuss it thoroughly with my family before making a decision. I see. So that means it's going to affect me too. Yeah. If I'm going to be transferred overseas, I'll have to decide whether I'll go by myself or with you. To be honest, I don't want to miss this chance, but I don't want to be away from you either. I was hoping you would come with me. Is your mother going to come with us too? Mom, no way. I'm not willing to tell her anything about this, not even our address. This is a good reason to leave her. Oh, really? then it's totally fine. Wait, just like that? You're okay with it? You know you're gonna have to quit your job, right? I think I don't have to. What do you mean? Our company has a remote work system. I can work from anywhere in the world. That's why I think it's possible for me to go abroad without quitting my job. I'll try to talk to them about it. That would be helpful. Thanks, Julie. I didn't want to get you in trouble. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Okay, I'll handle everything with the moving and stuff. It might be difficult for you to do that with Mom around. But if I take care of things while I'm here, I think it'll go smoothly. Yeah, if she finds out about this, she's gonna lose her mind. I'll let you take care of everything. Okay, I'll call you or text you then. Okay. Brenda, what are you thinking? Oh, Julie, welcome back. What the? Why would you change the keys to my house? I don't know what you're talking about. My house? This is my son's house. Huh? And yet, you won't listen to anything I say. No, what are you talking about? Not making breakfast because you gotta work? What a terrible daughter-in-law. And saying that we should take turns for household chores? What a joke. Back in my day, it was normal that the wife did all the housework. Even if my mother-in-law said something unreasonable, I obediently followed without questioning. Times have changed since then. And besides, I have a job. Shouldn't it be normal for someone who stays at home all the time to do the housework? If you can't do anything for this house because of your job, why don't you just quit? You're married. I don't get why you have to keep working. Well, we have different ways of thinking. Please unlock the door now. It's cold and dark outside. You can't live in this house anymore. What? Don't talk nonsense. Please hurry up and open the door. Even if I unlock the door, you can't live in this house anymore. What do you mean? I've stored all your belongings in the rental warehouse at 3rd Avenue. A rental warehouse? I mean, it seems you completely misunderstood the concept of hierarchy. I thought it's time to make it clear. Zach will be back from his business trip soon too, so... What are you going to do? By leaving my belongings in the rental warehouse? If I do that, you can easily leave the house, right? So be grateful that I saved you the trouble of packing your things. No, I don't understand. I don't know what you mean. The key to the rental warehouse is under the flower pot outside. Take your belongings and go back to your parents' house, or rent an apartment. Take some time to think things over carefully. If you want to continue living together, you need to change your attitude. Why should I leave? You don't even own this house. My son's house is practically my own house as well. Why do you think you got married to Zach? It's because I allowed it. If you don't want to live with me, divorce him. I'm afraid you got all this wrong, Brenda. Oh, really? Thanks to my son, you're able to live here. You're only concerned with your own demands, forgetting about such important matters. You really don't know anything, huh? This is my parents' house. What? Well, you've gone to the trouble of packing my things. I'm grateful for that. Julie, what are you talking about? This is your parents' house? It's whatever. It's earlier than what we planned, but I'll leave. What do you mean? Goodbye. Hey! Julie! I'm in trouble. Please, pick up the phone. What's wrong? Finally. Listen to me, Julie. Zach came home while you were away? He said he's getting transferred and packed all his stuff. I tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen. Oh, really? Really? You're his wife. Do something about it. You have to come back now. No freaking way. I'm with Zach right now. Huh? Where the hell are you? Did you know about Zach getting transferred? Yeah, I know about it, but we'll never tell you where we are. How? We didn't want to live with you in the first place. You're lying. I know you're trying to deceive me. Otherwise, there's no reason for you to leave me behind. I'm going to live here with my son. With just Zach. I've told you many times, that house is my parents' house. Huh? You were supposed to live there temporarily, right? Huh? My father is currently on a business trip, but he's coming back next month. I told you multiple times that I'm going to live with Zach at my parents' house. And I also told you you have to leave at the end of this month, but you never listened. Did you really say those? Yes, multiple times. We don't have to live with my parents anymore since Zach has to transfer. Nobody told me about that. Yes, I did. But you were so hard-headed, insisting that a wife should live with her husband's parents. You never listened to anything I had to say. And now, here we are, and you got what you deserved. I deserved it? Where are you two? I'm moving out here now, so tell me where you guys are at. Like I told you before, we'll never tell you. I mean, even if we did, it's impossible for you to come. What do you mean? We're overseas right now. Overseas? Yes. So you mean Zach's transfer? Yeah, he's been transferred to Japan, and I decided to go with him. Oh, no. Then where should I go? I don't know. You just barged in and never listened to anything I said. You're on your own now. What a cold wife you are. Oh, that's right. I should move in with your parents, right? Huh? I mean, your parents' house is a 2-story building. It has a lot of rooms. Wouldn't it be wasteful for just your parents to live there? I'll move in with them instead of you. Are you out of your mind? There's no way that's gonna happen. Because if I leave this house, I won't have a place to live. Why don't you go back to your hometown? Well, you know, my hometown is not so easy to go back to. What? My parents' house is run by my brother and his wife. We don't really get along. My brother always listens to his wife and never listens to me. So even though it's my parents' house, I don't want to go home because I don't feel comfortable there. I just told you to go back to your hometown. Huh? I never said you should go back to your parents' house and live with them. Oh. You seem to always have that kind of thinking, don't you? You always want to rely on people. Have you ever thought of getting a place on your own? It's impossible. At my age, I can't support myself. My income is only my pension and I don't get that much. I heard that you received sufficient financial settlement when you got divorced, right? That is none of your business. I heard you went on a lot of trips, ate out a lot, and spent extravagantly. Where it came to the point that you used all your savings. Mike told me about it. How dare you? You are disrespectful. Mom, come on. What? It's me, Zach. Zach? What's going on? Why are you on Julie's phone? Like what Julie said earlier, I'm with her. I stayed quiet because Julie said she wanted to talk to you about it herself. I couldn't take it anymore, so I took over. Oh, this works out perfectly then. Huh? I wanted to ask you about something. Julie is trying to brainwash you, aren't you? Otherwise, there's no way you're going to leave me behind. Zach, Please come and pick me up now. You don't need to be considerate of Julie. Just quickly divorce such a disrespectful wife. I'm fed up with you. Huh? You were never involved with anything. I've had enough. Oh no, wait a minute. I wanted to live with you for your sake. It's not for my sake. It's for your own sake, right? No, it's not. Every mother wants to be with their son. Mike never understands that. I know you'll understand me, right? Whatever. Goodbye. Zach, wait! After that, I received a phone call from my parents back home. Apparently, Brenda tried to stay in the house. She clung to my parents, saying, "We're still family," which escalated to involving the police. The incident led to her family cutting ties with her completely, and even her own family refused to support her. With nowhere else to turn, my mother-in-law ended up renting a rundown, cheap apartment. Reluctantly, she searched for work and managed to secure a cleaning job. With her bad attitude towards the clients and her coworkers, they were mean to her. As for me, I've started a new life with Zach in Japan. While we face challenges such as language barriers and cultural differences, we're determined to overcome them together. Tucker, are you going to be home late again today? Sorry, Yvonne. I've been swamped at work lately. I have to stay at the office for a while longer. Well, it must be hard to keep working overtime. I really want to leave earlier and go home and see you and Macy, but I can't leave before my boss. Is Macy still awake? She just finished taking a bath and went to bed. She's tired from playing at daycare all day. Oh, yeah. She's only 3 years old. It's about time she went to bed. I'm really sorry, making you take care of her. It's okay. You work hard for us. You say that, but you're working even harder. You work full-time and you take care of the house. About that? Actually, I've been thinking about working from home lately. What? Work from home? You know, the work I do can be done from home. I want to be home for Macy. It would be easier for you to concentrate on your work if I stay home. But the salary would be lower than it is now, though. You might want to think about that a little more. You've worked so hard, you should keep your job. I don't know, but I don't know how long I'll have the energy. To be honest, I'm exhausted every day. During busy periods at work, I can't really do much overtime, so I'm also trying to consider my colleagues. It's no wonder. You have a small child. You're doing your best. I really don't know if I can keep going like this. I'm not taking care of the house properly, am I? When I'm busy, the house is a mess. I tend to cut corners on meals. It's like that in a house with 2 people both working. You think so? Well, it would help if you helped out more around the house. Sorry, housework isn't my thing. I'll do my best to take care of Macy. Oh yeah, I'm going out with Macy this Sunday too. Oh, you're going out again? Yup. You've been going out a lot lately, haven't you? Just last week you took her to an amusement park. Really? I was thinking of taking her to the park this time. I'm glad you're taking her out to play, but could you spend more time relaxing at home? You're tired from work, aren't you? You don't have to go out. We could do something at home. Well, maybe I'll make a long overdue visit to my parents' house. Your parents' house? There's a big park nearby. My mom and dad would love to see Macy. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to take care of her. Then I can take it easy. I'll go with you then. What? I haven't seen your mother and father in a while. No. You don't have to go, Yvonne. You'll see them at New Year's anyway, right? That's true, but... Going to my parents' house will just stress you out. This will give you a chance to enjoy some time alone. Well, I'll take you up on that and do something by myself. I've been slacking on weeding the garden. You should do that. Oh, but I'm leaving everything up to you again. That's okay, you're watching Macy for me. Oh, that's right. I really appreciate it, Tucker. What? You work overtime on weekends, and lately on your days off, you've been taking care of Macy for me. Before, you weren't even home on your days off. To be honest, I was suspicious that something was going on. What do you mean, suspicious that something was going on? Like cheating or something? Why would you think that? Because you leave without telling me where you're going. Anyone would think that. No, that wouldn't happen. I have you and Macy. But you're right. I wasn't home a lot then. I'm sorry I made you worry. It's true. Macy was still a baby and I was always alone with her. I was so worried. You didn't tell me you were working on your days off until later. I was desperate to work hard back then. I went to my high school reunion for the first time in a long time, and I found that my classmates were really successful. Some of them even started their own companies. I wondered if I was like that. I guess I was getting impatient. Come to think of it, you got busy after the high school reunion, didn't you? Now that I think about it, I have plenty to be happy about. I was going in the wrong direction. I see. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were thinking that. I said a lot of terrible things to you back then. It's okay. Thanks to your words of encouragement, I realized I was wrong. I'm glad you're back to your old self. Family is the most important thing. Let's continue to support each other and live our lives as we do now. That's right. We still have a long life ahead of us. I'm glad to hear that. Well, Yvonne, you have work tomorrow, so you can go to bed first. Okay. Good luck at work, Tucker. Dinner is in the fridge. Thank you. Have a safe trip home. Tucker, where are you now? You just left a little earlier saying you were going to your parents' house. You're still nearby, aren't you? I forgot to give Macy a change of clothes. She gets her clothes dirty when she plays outside, so if you can, I'd like you to come back for a minute. Text me back when you see this message. Hi, Yvonne. I just got a message about a change of clothes. Oh good, you got my message. That's right. I had a change of clothes for Macy, but I forgot to give it to you. If you're still around, I wanted you to come and get it. Oh, come on. Don't go texting me about something like that. The clothes will work out somehow or other. Oh, Just have some alone time. You can relax and forget about raising kids sometimes. But... Don't worry. Mom and Dad are here. They'll take care of Macy. Okay, fine. I mean, we're enjoying ourselves over here. I don't want you to bother me with trivial stuff. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. Anyway, don't worry about Macy. You do whatever you feel like. Okay. Well, take care of Macy. Hey, Tucker, where are you? Please, pick up the phone. Hey, Tucker. Yvonne again. What do you want this time? I told you not to call me so often. Tucker, where are you? What? We're all at the restaurant. A restaurant? What restaurant?
A restaurant near my parents' house. My mom and dad are with us.
And Macy?
Of course she's with us. We're having a really good time. Stop bothering me.
Having a good time? She's having an emergency operation.
What? Operation?
She fell off the playground equipment at the park and fractured her skull.
A fracture? And her head? You're lying.
There's no way I'd lie about something like this.
Is Macy okay? Is she conscious?
You know what? You didn't know anything?
No, I mean...
It's funny, isn't it? You're supposed to be eating at the restaurant. Macy's in the operating room at the hospital, okay?
No, actually, I lied about the restaurant.
Huh? Then where are you?
I'm at a convenience store.
Why are you at a convenience store?
I was thirsty, so I thought I'd get a soda or something.
Are your mother and father with you?
No, I'm alone.
Why did you lie about being at the restaurant?
I was scared. I thought you'd be angry for not keeping an eye on Macy.
Macy was playing alone in the park. It was a park near your parents' house. Your mother found Macy collapsed under the playground equipment. She called an ambulance right away.
Oh, is that what happened?
If no one had found her, what do you think would have happened to her?
I'm sorry.
Hey, why did you leave Macy alone? Your mother said that you didn't even show up at their house. And after Macy was taken to the hospital, your mother called you several times. She said you've been ignoring her calls.
I had my phone on silent mode and didn't even notice the calls coming in.
Why did you put your phone on silent mode?
I'm so sorry. I'll tell you all the details later. Anyway, I'm headed to the hospital right now. What hospital is Macy at? Is it near my parents' house?
I'm not telling you.
Huh? Why not?
Because I don't want you to come.
I'm Macy's father.
I don't trust you anymore.
I said I was sorry.
You think just saying you're sorry will make it go away?
Then what am I supposed to do?
Tell me why you left Macy alone in the park.
I'll explain it to you later.
Not later. Can you tell me now? Where were you? Who were you with? What were you doing? Why did you leave Macy alone? If you don't have a reason that is good enough to be able to look Macy in the face, then don't come at all.
Don't be so dramatic. I'm sorry. Can you just give me a minute? This is all so sudden, and I'm a little confused.
I'm the one who's confused. That's fine. I guess you don't have to come.
Hey, Yvonne. At least tell me the name of the hospital. Yvonne, how's Macy doing? Mom told me she was unconscious when she was rushed to the emergency room. Is she awake yet? Yvonne, please text me back. I'm really sorry.
She's regained consciousness.
I see. When will she be discharged? Or does she still need to stay in the hospital for a while?
For a few more days.
That's a pretty long time, but it's great that she woke up.
Great? How can you say that?
I'm sorry.
I'm really appalled. Pretending to go back to your parents' house to hang out with your girlfriend?
I thought it would be okay for just a little while.
Macy is only 3 years old. I heard you went to the amusement park with her last week. You lied about your girlfriend, calling her your relative's sister.
How could I tell my own daughter I was cheating on you?
Are you stupid? It's insane to take your daughter on a fling.
Oh,
I guess you wanted to play the role of a good father who plays with his child on his day off. You're a scumbag to bring your child along with you while you're playing around with another woman. The reason you left her alone the other day was because your parents weren't going to be home until the evening. You thought you would just let her play in the park until they got back. She had an accident because you weren't there.
I'm really sorry about that. To Macy and of course to you.
Rather than Macy getting hurt badly, I would have rather had her with you and your lover.
There's a reason I left her alone.
I know. Macy told me that she could play alone, right? Macy told me. She said it was boring because you were hanging out with a woman she doesn't even know. What the hell were you doing in front of a kid?
No, I didn't do anything.
Don't lie to me.
Well, I might have held hands with her, but...
You're such an asshole. It's not like the kid didn't think anything of it. She wondered why you were being so friendly to a woman other than me.
I'm so sorry. I know it's not enough to apologize, but Macy and you are really important to me.
I'm sorry, but I'm getting a divorce.
Wait a minute. Divorce?
You betrayed me and Macy. Divorce is the only option.
But I told you everything honestly. I told you I'd break up with the other woman, right? I even showed you my text history. I feel horrible, so you have to forgive me.
Did you think that if you told me everything and apologized, I would forgive you? That's what surprised me.
I'm telling you, you're the only person I really love.
You're so full of crap.
It's true, believe me.
So you don't love her?
The girl I'm having an affair with? I mean, it's just for fun. It's not serious.
Oh really? You're not serious? You're willing to let your 3-year-old daughter play alone in the park just to meet up with a woman?
That's...
I really can't believe it.
I'm sorry, Yvonne. From now on, I'll live only for you and Macy. So don't tell me you're divorcing me.
You put your own daughter in danger. If anything happens to her, it's too late. I can't even forgive you for cheating me. How can life go back to normal?
But you can't live without me either, right?
Huh?
It's not easy to raise a child by yourself. You have to work, take care of the house, and raise a child. Even when we were both working, it was hard. It's impossible for you to get divorced and be a single parent. You're trying to be tough now, but if you leave me, you'll regret it for sure.
Don't worry about that.
Huh?
I was already doing it on my own. Even when you were constantly paying all your attention to your mistress, you lied about working late. You were out seeing her, weren't you?
Are you really going to raise a child on your own?
When somebody becomes a single parent, you find a way to work and raise your child. If I just change what I'm doing now, I'll figure out a way to raise her. I mean, it might even be easier if you weren't here. I won't have to take care of a husband who can't even do any housework.
But Macy needs a father. If you divorce me, you're taking a father away from his daughter.
She's better off without a father like you.
Oh, come on now.
A father who cheats on his wife in front of his children? Talk about a wrong education.
I don't want to leave Macy and you.
Huh? You're the one who made us leave. What are you talking about? Who's the selfish one? Who do you think did terrible things?
All I can do is apologize, but I really regret it from the bottom of my heart. If you leave me like this, I'll never get over it.
We have nothing to do with you not being able to get back on your feet. Don't play the victim when you deserve it.
Oh, wait a second. I've got an idea. If we start over, you won't have to work anymore.
Huh?
Until now, we were both working, so you were too busy to, right? But if you become a full-time housewife, you can concentrate on housework and the childcare. and I'll work harder than ever to make up for it. What do you think? Don't you think that's a good idea?
No, I've worked hard this far, and I'll continue to work. I won't have to start over with you.
Why are you so obsessed with your job? Women don't make much money even if they are working hard.
How dare you? When I asked you before if I should switch jobs to work from home, you said I should keep my job.
Did I?
Have you forgotten already? Well, I guess you objected so that my mind wouldn't turn to the cheating.
No, that's not it.
Then you wouldn't have said that if you thought I didn't have to work. And the most unforgivable thing is that you made Macy lie to me. I heard you told Macy, don't tell Mom that Dad is playing with a relative's sister. If you tell her, then you won't be able to see Mommy anymore. Macy didn't want to leave me. She kept her promise to you. That's unthinkable. How can you threaten a 3-year-old child?
I'm sorry. I'll spend the rest of my life making amends to Macy. And to you, Yvonne, of course. From now on, I'll do whatever you say, whatever you want. So please, don't divorce me.
You lost my trust, to the point that there's no going back. I was so happy when you started playing with Macy. You betrayed my feelings too.
Yvonne, please, give me another chance. I'll be a better father this time.
I've been giving you chances for a long time. I don't need a father or a husband who betrays his wife and child to focus on his affair.
Oh, come on, seriously? I don't want to be alone.
Oh, by the way, your mom and dad are cutting all ties off with you.
What? Even my parents are abandoning me?
They said their idiot son put his mistress before their precious grandchild. No wonder they disowned you. Well, that's what's gonna happen. Enjoy the rest of your long life alone. My husband didn't agree to divorce, so it took some time. But thanks to the help of a divorce lawyer, the divorce was successfully finalized. I also got custody of Macy. After Macy's accident, my husband confessed to me. My husband's affair partner was a classmate from high school. They exchanged contact information when they met again at the reunion. They had been continually going on dates without telling me. He showed me all the contents of their texts. They were so terrible they made me cringe. As soon as I saw them, I knew that we would never be able to reconstruct the marriage. Of course, I demanded child support from my husband and compensation from the cheating partner. By the way, the affair partner was also married. My husband is also going to have to pay compensation to her husband. My husband has been persistently contacting me, asking if he can meet with his daughter. I'm not going to let him see her until she wants to see him herself. I think that he should live each day alone, regretting what he did. As for me, I switched to a full-fledged work-from-home job after the divorce. I live with my daughter in an apartment near my parents' house. For a while, my paycheck was lower, but recently, I've been getting more job offers. Thankfully, I'm earning more than when I was working at the office. Even though I work from home, it is hard to raise a child by myself. Thanks to the support of my parents and parents-in-law, my daughter is growing up very well. I will continue to raise my daughter with love and affection.
I have a favor to ask you, Nora.
What's up, Nyla?
You'll listen to me, will you?
Well, it depends on what it is. So, what's the favor?
Well, I've fallen in love with Alan.
What? Are you serious or just kidding around?
I'm serious. I really am.
But you're married.
Yeah, I am, but it's just not fulfilling. Guys the same age as me can be so unreliable, you know. So, I'm into older, more dependable guys like Alan.
Are you really serious about this?
Ugh, don't you get it? I'm telling you, I am serious.
Since when?
Well, it happened the other day when I took a day off to go shopping. I bumped into him while he was on the way to meet his client.
Oh yeah, he mentioned running into you.
We were heading in the same direction, so we ended up walking together. Let me tell you, he looked so sharp in his suit.
Oh yeah? Thanks for the compliment.
And he's such a gentleman when he speaks. Ever since then, I just can't get him out of my head, you know. We kept locking eyes while talking. It looked like he was interested in me too.
I see.
Are you devastated?
Not at all, I trust him.
You're trying to stay strong. Anyway, to get to the point, I've fallen for him, so can I have him?
This is not something I can entertain, you know.
What? You won't do it?
Of course not. Just because you're my little sister doesn't mean I'll do anything for you. You're so wrong.
Are you implying something?
What do you mean?
Do you want money?
Are you kidding me?
Fine, whatever. I've got some savings since I've been investing for a while now. I'll swing by with some cash and a divorce petition form next time. Take them.
Cut it out, Nyla. I don't need your money and I'm not divorcing Alan, okay? He's right here next to me. He's kind of freaked out by this conversation. He says either divorcing me or getting with you is out of the question.
That's a lie. No matter how much you don't want him to be taken away, telling lies like that isn't cool. You don't know what it's like for us when we're alone together. So it's easy for you to say that. When we lock eyes like that, it's definitely not a mistake. He has fallen for me too.
He says he never locked eyes with you, nor fallen for you.
You keep making up stuff. I know there's no Alan next to you, right?
I'm not making things up. Just because you don't like hearing things that don't fit your narrative, don't call me a liar. I'll get made, you know.
Woo, I'm scared. If you're so uptight, you might end up being dumped, you know. Oh, maybe that's why he prefers me. Can't blame him. Being young and cute is obvious I'm the better choice.
Anyway, he's actually here with me. I just conveyed what he said. Are we done? I want to go to bed early tonight.
Already?
Alan's going on a week-long business trip starting tomorrow and needs to catch the first train. He has a lot of luggage, so I need to see him off. Hence, the early bedtime.
Wait, you better not be lying about this business trip.
Enough. If you don't want to believe me, then that's your problem. I can't deal with this anymore. Bye.
Wait, Nora. I'm serious about this, you know. I know he has feelings for me, too. I won't let you meddle with us.
Hun, I just got back to the office from my business trip.
Welcome back. You think you'll be home early tonight?
Yeah, I'll wrap up the urgent stuff and head out early. I just want to tell you something about Nyla quickly.
What did she do?
While I was away, she was apparently talking to people at the office and sniffing around about me.
Oh my god. Can't believe she did that.
Yeah, I was dumbfounded too when a coworker told me about it. She was asking if my trip was legit, if there were any ladies along, or if I was cheating while away. Some even thought she was you. I had to apologize to them and explain she was my sister-in-law. They were in disbelief. They were like, "We thought you had a controlling wife."
Unbelievable. Really sorry she caused trouble. I can't believe she'd go that far.
Yeah, me too. My coworker secretly took a photo of her and showed it to me. It was indeed her. Is everything okay between her and her husband?
Not sure. She did mention feeling unsatisfied with guys at her age the other day. He's a sweet guy and treats her well, you know. I don't know what's wrong with her.
I see. My coworker told me earlier she was here again. He saw her downstairs. Good thing I didn't run into her. It would have been troublesome if she had seen me. I gotta be careful and head home early today.
Alright, take care. I'll have your favorite meatloaf ready for you tonight.
Yes. Love you.
Nora, what you did earlier was awful. I gave you a heads up about coming to hand over the money in the divorce petition form, right? I even got you $10,000 in exchange for the divorce. But then you bailed, saying you're busy with work and can't be bothered. Listen, whether you take the money or not, you're gonna get dumped anyway, you know that? So why not just take it? Well, forget it. Hun, have you started working? Can you chat for a bit?
I'm in a taxi heading for a client's office, so I've got a little time. What's up?
It's about Nyla again.
Ugh, what happened now?
She was lurking near my office.
Oh, so now she went to your side. Did something happen?
She tried to give me a divorce petition form and $10,000 in cash.
What?
Of course, I told her I wasn't taking them, but she kept insisting. I told her I couldn't be late to work and dodged the issue. She mentioned bringing those over before, but I never thought she'd actually do it. What's gotten into her? She's usually carefree and sometimes she does crazy things, but this time, even I'm freaked out.
Maybe she's just being obsessive because things aren't going her way. Hopefully she'll calm down eventually.
I hope so.
You might want to tell her husband about this though.
But if he finds out, she might end up getting divorced. Can we wait and see for a bit longer? As you said, maybe things will settle down.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sorry, and thanks, hon.
You don't have to apologize.
It's our 10th wedding anniversary tomorrow. I never thought we'd be dealing with my sister causing trouble.
Yeah, life sure throws us curveballs, huh?
I could do without these kind of challenges, honestly.
No kidding. Oh, by the way, I got a call from the jewelry shop yesterday. The ring we ordered is ready. I meant to tell you when I got home yesterday, but forgot.
Oh, nice.
I'll pick it up on my way home from work today.
Really? Thanks a lot.
We've booked the restaurant where we had our wedding for tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to it.
So am I. I couldn't care less about Nyla now. If anything happens, we'll just tell her husband about it.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I'm looking forward to the ring. Hurry back home.
Got it.
Nora, I'm sorry.
For what?
So, I got proposed to by Alan. He's not my brother-in-law anymore. He's my fiancé now.
Proposed? You must be imagining.
I get it, you don't want to believe it, but it's true. That $10,000 in divorce petition form you didn't take the other day, I'll bring them over again tomorrow. Consider it as compensation.
It's our wedding anniversary tomorrow. We've got reservations at a restaurant. There's no way he'd choose you over me.
Oh no, you're dumped the day before your wedding anniversary. That's brutal. Poor you.
You said you got proposed to, right? Tell me what happened. I need to know the details.
Okay, but don't faint from shock.
Just spill it already.
Alright, I'll tell you. So I felt like hanging out with him today and waited for him outside his office. When he came out, he was on the phone, so I couldn't talk to him. When he finished his call, I was about to go up to him, but then he went into a jewelry shop. I thought maybe he was getting a present for me. So I sneaked in to see what was going on. And guess what? It was an engagement ring for me. I couldn't believe he was thinking about me so much. I didn't even realize it and was just thrilled. I couldn't wait for him to give it to me, so I just grabbed it when he finished paying. Getting proposed out of the blue? He's surprisingly bold, huh? I'm just over the moon about his love for me. I got so excited that I even booked a wedding venue earlier. There happened to be an opening in 2 weeks. Now I gotta hurry up and send out invitations, decide on the menu and stuff. I'm gonna be so busy. You better come to the wedding.
It's impressive how you can misunderstand things like this.
Misunderstand?
That ring is for me.
I don't think so. You're already married to him. Why would he give you an engagement ring like this? It's obviously mine.
Listen, I mentioned our anniversary is tomorrow, right? It's our 10th anniversary. We plan to celebrate the milestone of being married for 10 years, and that ring is a gift from Alan to me.
You gotta be kidding me. No, I don't believe that for a second.
Well, why don't you ask him directly then? I'll have him message you.
Hi, Nyla. This is Alan.
Helen, honey. Thanks for the proposal earlier.
I've been reading the messages between you and Nora. Everything she said is true. That ring was for her. And I didn't propose to you.
But you gave it to me, didn't you?
No, I didn't. When I tried to take the ring from the clerk, you snatched the bag and ran off with it. What you did is no different from stealing.
Stealing? Me?
If you don't want to get reported to the police, return the ring.
The police?
You're kidding, right?
I'm serious. It's not a joke.
But I tried it on and it fits perfectly. It even has A and N engraved. For our initials. This means it's mine, right? Oh, I get it. You're too scared to admit it's mine in front of Nora, aren't you? Poor you. We love each other.
Sure, A is my initial, but N isn't for Nyla. It's for Nora.
Oh.
You guys are sisters and might have similar body types. It's not surprising if your finger sizes are the same.
So the proposal was just a misunderstanding on my part?
Yeah, Nora's my only love.
But I already booked our wedding in 2 weeks from now.
You went ahead with it on your own, not my doing.
Oh my god.
We'll come to you, so please return the ring.
Never.
What?
You guys deceived me. I'm sure you guys were laughing at me.
What are you talking about? It's not true, it's just that you misunderstood alone.
Even so, I absolutely detest that Nora's getting such a beautiful ring. I'm going to throw it into the river.
What are you saying, Nyla? Stop it.
Shut up! It's your fault for misleading me. It's because of this ring that everything went wrong. Just go away.
You can't be serious about throwing it into the river.
But I already did. There's a river next to my house. Ah, that feels better.
This is unbelievable.
Hey Nora, I got this thing called a damage compensation claim. What's this about? Well, it's self-explanatory, isn't it? Compensation for the ring is $7,500? That's ridiculous. What's ridiculous is what you did. The ring was meant to be a gift from Alan to celebrate our anniversary. I never even received it once because you took it and then threw it away. So it's only fair that you pay for it. But I never thought it would be that expensive. Listen, Nyla, you mistook it for an engagement ring as soon as you saw it, right? Isn't it because it had diamonds on it? Then you should have known it was expensive. Oh, darn. Anyway, since I never received it, you're the one who has to pay. And also, I filed a police report about this. You're kidding, right? We're sisters. You wouldn't do that. If I didn't take such steps, you wouldn't learn from your mistakes. Just because we're sisters doesn't mean you can get away with anything. Let me tell you one more thing. I've informed your husband about this too. Well, even if I hadn't, the police would have contacted him eventually. Unbelievable! He'll be the reason if he divorces me. Why? I simply reported the facts. Weren't you planning to marry Alan? If so, you were going to divorce him, right? Yes, but I'm not marrying Alan, so I'll be in trouble if he divorces me. That's selfish. I feel sorry for him. I can't turn a blind eye to this. This is insane! You're such a jerk, Nora! Call me what you want, just make sure you pay for the ring. No, I absolutely refuse to pay. It's your fault for upsetting me. Fine, then I'll have my attorney contact you. What? An attorney? It's exactly what I expected from someone like you. I've already asked her to handle it. Like I said earlier, unless you're held accountable, you won't learn. I'm doing this for your own good. I'm not happy about any of this. I don't know what to do. I had to cancel the wedding venue, you know. Since it's less than 2 weeks away, I have to pay half. You went ahead and made the reservation on your own. Figure it out yourself. Or maybe you can rely on your husband. I don't know if he'll help, but who knows, right? Oh God, this isn't how things were supposed to go. Nyla's husband came over to apologize and paid compensation for the ring. He found out about Nyla's intention to divorce him and decided to go through with it. He said he was paying it for her as a form of asset division. He repeatedly apologized, acknowledging his responsibility as a husband for not intervening to prevent her from getting carried away. I'm sure she'll regret losing such a decent husband. She lost all her savings due to cancellation fees for the wedding venue, and her husband has also had enough of her. I'm told she's been crying every day. Since she seems to have suffered enough, I withdrew the complaint. With the compensation money, Alan and I brought a pair of rings. I fell in love with them the moment I saw them, so in the end, I'm very happy with the result. Despite everything reaching our 10th anniversary, I wish a lifetime of happiness for us.
Thank you for watching.
Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video!